everyone. Welcome back to another podcast of Five Stars Realty. Today, I have a very special guest. Today, I want to honor all those Hispanic Latina women out there. And we have the pleasure of speaking with an entrepreneur. Our guest today is Linda Patron, owner of Patron Beauty Bar. Linda's journey is one of perseverance, faith, hard work, and determination. As a Latina businesswoman, she has built a business successful from the bottom up. Today, I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and thank you for reaching out and saying you wanted to be here today. So, I love when somebody actually reaches out and they say, I want to be there. So, for all of our public, our clients out there looking at us right now, our viewers, tell us a little bit about your background, Linda.
So a little bit about my background. I am a Latina raised by two hardworking Latina women. My mom was a single mother and who worked very hard, worked nights, overnights, and my grandmother did raise us. So Puerto Rican household, you know how that is, but they were very hardworking women. And I did grow up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Definitely shaped a lot of like who I am and everything, you know.
Guess.
So, yeah.
So, what part of Puerto Rico?
So my mom's family is from Aguadilla.
Oh, okay. So, Aguadilla. So,
Aguadilla.
Aguadilla is en el oeste, ¿verdad? And I am from Mayagüez. So, we're only like half an hour away.
Yeah.
My dad still lives there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love Puerto Rico and everything that has to do with it. Mm-hmm. So, I know all the like how do you grow up in the culture.
Yeah.
So,
I lived in Puerto Rico for like a year when I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, my grandmother's sister, she's like, they were like best friends growing up and everything. And I lived over there with her for a year and it was in Sidra. I don't know if you know. So in the campo.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock for me. Coming from living in, Bridgeport, the city, and then moving to Sidra and the Campos, it was definitely a change. But
so
I think I would appreciate it more now that I'm an adult.
I was born in Puerto Rico. I was raised in Meriden, Connecticut. And when I graduated high school, my dad said, how about you come and do college here? So I said, yes, why not? I speak Spanish. No, I did not speak Spanish, people.
No?
I took my first Spanish class. And when I went up to the professor, I was like, she's like, oh, sweetheart, you look Puerto Rican, but you're gringa. You're real gringa.
I get that a lot.
You're real gringa. You know what they put me? They put me in second language, like Spanish classes. So I was taking classes with all white people too. So I was like, I thought I came to Puerto Rico to learn.
Yeah.
I was going over the tú, yo, nosotros,
and all the basics. You had to start from scratch.
It was really sad. My dad was disappointed in me. He said,
but your Spanish is beautiful.
Yes,
now, right?
now it is. I said,
it takes time.
I stayed in Puerto Rico like a little bit over 8 years.
Okay.
I did my university and everything, and then I loved it. Where else can I work and then go to the beach?
Right.
In the same day.
It's so beautiful over there.
Yes. So, Bridgeport and everything. Where are you currently? Still?
I'm in the Wethersfield area.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your business is located in Wethersfield. Okay. So, what made you open up your business? And tell everybody a little bit about your business, actually.
So I have a cosmetic tattoo clinic, and I specialize in different like natural enhancements. So like lash extensions, a little bit of everything. I started my career doing hairdressing.
Okay.
So I graduated high school in 2015 with my cosmetology license. And then somewhere along the way, I started doing lash extensions and now tattooing. That's the biggest thing. So my suite is completely like catered to the permanent makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the main thing that I do.
I'm going to have to hit you up because I want something like tint on my lips. I feel like there's nothing there.
The tinting, I have it done, and I'll tell you, it definitely changes everything. Like, it neutralizes it and things like that, but that's not something that I offer.
Okay.
So I specialize in the permanent makeup, eyebrows, eyeliner, and those are the two things. But I do different techniques for both.
Okay. Definitely have to talk about this after.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about before becoming a business owner, then what were you doing aside from, obviously you graduated, you're super young, you had this cosmetology mind, like what made you then like actually move forward and say, this is what I want to do?
So I've been working in the beauty industry for even before I graduated high school. I was already working. By the time I was 15 years old, I was assisting at salons. My mom, that's one thing I will say, my mom always encouraged me to like pursue anything that I was interested in. And then it just so happened that I was always interested in doing the beauty industry. So I started off assisting. Then when I moved to Wethersfield, that's really when I started like getting into the lash extensions.
Yes.
Every time that I learned something new, it opened new doors for other things. So during COVID, I lost my job.
Okay.
It's the first time I ever was without a job. I got laid off, and when I was applying for jobs, an academy was hiring, and it happened to be for permanent makeup.
Okay.
So, but they were hiring a lash artist.
Okay.
And I was doing hair and only lashing at home. So I didn't really have much experience, but I had to take a chance on myself. And that's one thing I will always say, you have to, even if you don't feel super confident in something, you have to take chances on yourself, because you can always learn.
I think we were talking about a little bit about this before we started today, but stepping out and being uncomfortable opens a lot of doors,
100%.
right? You told me something about like being in your comfort and not kind of like stepping out, but I don't think, for example, if you would have never kind of like lost that job during COVID, a lot of people had to go into doing their own business, right? But pushing yourself makes you grow as a person,
Yes.
as a leader, entrepreneur, right? Do you think you'd be today here if you didn't lose that job during COVID?
I don't think I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely pushed me because, during that time, during COVID, like going into a salon, I interviewed like 4 different salons, and it's like walking into a space where you can't really know anybody, right? Because everybody has masks, everyone has masks, and it just didn't feel like the right environment for me. So when all I had was a lash extensions experience. So when I applied for the academy and I got the job, it's an academy, you can learn anything, and I ended up working there and learning all different types of permanent makeup.
I actually love that. My Didi has or had for many years her own beauty salon and everything. And when I was small, I used to go and I used to say, "Oh, Didi, like let me do the hair or do my hair." I always thought I was gonna go into something like that, but my creative flow goes more into like accounting and numbers and everything. But my mom goes into that too. So tell me then something like starting your business the first day, or when you said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to actually do this in Wethersfield. How did that turn around?
So I actually planned, I'm trying to really think about the moment that I felt like I was ready. I think that I wanted full creative control.
Okay.
So I couldn't imagine myself working for someone else.
No, neither can I.
Yeah.
Not today.
I think that's really what did it for me. I really thought, like, you know what? I know I have it in me. At that point, when I was working for the academy, I was teaching lash extensions, really starting to put myself out there, and I planned it. So I went on 1099 first. So I was working for the company, but I wanted it freelance.
Right.
So I did that first. And that's pretty much working for yourself. You're just, you're just
1099 is an independent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I did that for 8 months. And then I started my LLC and I planned it from there. So the beginning of 2024 is when I decided to finally take that leap. But it really came from feeling like I want full control over.
So when you did the difference and you actually took control,
Mm-hmm.
I know there was hardship. I know there was moment where
Yes.
you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah, so the crazy thing is, 2024 was a really, really hard year for me. As I told you, my grandmother did raise me.
Yes.
And so I was 6 months on my own going into 2024, and everything went downhill for me.
Oh.
So my grandmother passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And I went through a lot. But that taught me so much about myself, because you're starting on your own, you're starting from scratch, and everything around you in your personal life is falling apart, and you have to keep going. it's like a sink or swim moment, and you always have to. I've had this mentality where it doesn't matter what's going on, you're gonna keep going.
So I hear you that you're like choking up. And nothing, I think in life, the hardest battles are when we actually move from something and we actually are able to kind of like lift up. I talk from experience, and I told you I was going to make this a little funny. I was going to make you relax. But the people that I know that actually go through something like very hard in life, right? Or your year's 2024, my year's 2022. Okay. So we have years in life that kind of like shape us, like make or break us, right?
Definitely.
And I think that goes out for everybody watching us right now. You are your strongest, or I look back in 2022, horrible. 2023 was kind of like the rising, right?
Yeah.
But I feel so proud of myself, and you should feel so proud, right? Stepping out today and being here. But that goes out for everybody watching us. People go through horrible things, right? Painful things. And I think it just makes us stronger.
It does.
And because it made us stronger, now you're here today and you have your business and you're able to stand up and say, I've gone through this, right? So choking them up a little bit, and like I like in the mornings I kind of like I'm like, oh my god, but then we move past it, and I'm proud of myself, and I say it to myself every day. I'm proud
we
of
have to be. Look
the
at how far we've
person
come.
I am today. I'm proud of the Latina person I am today. I'm proud of like the people that surround me, and it's not just me, right? Today, nobody sees it, but today you came with a team. Today you came with a support system behind these cameras.
Great support system.
So those are the people that at the end of the day are going to be there. They're supporting you. They're like lifting you up, right? Nobody believes more in yourself than people that are right behind you, kind of like pushing you to do this.
And I feel like that's always been a theme throughout my entire career. I've always had mentors that have pushed me, or they saw something in me that I didn't at the time see myself. And that's so important. I feel like everyone needs mentorship. Like, seek that. You know, when someone believes in you and tells you like you have this skill, like I think never turn down an opportunity. That's one thing that I always say. Like, I've never said no when something presented itself to me. Like, I think it's so important to just take the risk, take the chance, because you never know what's going to come from it.
I had a steady paycheck, and I had like a 5-year plan and everything. People that know me know I'm a planner. Like, I'm not just gonna sit here. My boyfriend might look at this and he's like, yes. We were traveling in a couple months. And I was like, we got to book the flight. He's like, we don't need to do that. I'm like, no. Yes, we do. Like, there has to be a plan. So I had everything planned out in my previous one. And one day the broker here said, why don't you come over? And again, it's 1099. It's not, it's like, what are we doing? But you have to take a risk. What would you say to people that were your in position 2024 or even before? How would you push them to like give them that push to actually open up, I don't know, their restaurant or another store, or actually become their own business like person?
That's a great question. I think the biggest thing is with anything, you have to do your research, prepare, plan. Like I said, it took me 8 months. I knew I wanted to go on my own, but I was like, okay, how am I going to do this and do it effectively? Because when you start your own business, you have to save the money.
Correct.
I saved not only money, but I also stockpiled my product. I knew that was something that needed to happen, because when you start something in the beginning, it's never gonna, you're starting from the ground up. So you have to prepare, you have to plan, you have to. It's a mindset thing too. You have to make sure that you put yourself in a position where you believe that anything is possible, that you can achieve what you put your mind to.
I love that.
Definitely.
And say that to the camera again, like mindset.
Mindset. That's key. And planning. Mindset and planning. Those are the two things I would definitely, those are the things that got me through. Yeah.
So tell me about a little bit, like, then how do you get clients? How do you get people in your door?
Okay. So this is a great conversation to have, because I feel like in this day and age, Instagram, social media, all of those things is so important when you have a business. And I will tell you and everybody that's listening that is not my strong suit. Okay. I don't like being in front of the camera. I don't like, that's something that I'm struggling and I'm working on, because you don't, just because I feel that way, it's not, I don't want to stay stuck in that mindset, because you're going to have to keep climbing. So now it's important. Like, I'm starting to market myself on social media. But what's helped me is I do like Google promotions. That's the biggest thing for me. Marketing myself that way. I know how to take the photos, you know. So I update everything on Google. That's mainly, but the biggest thing is the connections that I have with my clients. I say that I'm blessed. My client retention and the referrals have gotten me very far.
I love this. And I'm going to put like a pin, because this woman you see right here, she was like, I'm nervous. How do you do this? How do you put yourself in the front of the camera? So I'm super proud that you seem, again, like you might be like nervous inside, but that's not what you're portraying at all. You're showing, you're like, and I'm really happy because you're doing this.
Thank you,
you
so
know?
much. Yeah. So, I mean, the first step is really just showing up, you know?
And you did. And she did it with a whole people behind her and everything.
Yeah.
But you say you're not in social media. And she showed up with a cameraman.
My dad
is the best supporter.
Everything. Yes. And you know what? This is something that I did want to touch bases on, because you asked about my childhood and everything. And I didn't grow up with my dad. You know, my mom was a single mom before. Yep. She worked nights. And it all comes full circle, because my dad might have not been able to show up for me in the ways he needed to when I was younger. But when I tell you, I needed him so bad in this journey of being an entrepreneur, and he has not missed a beat.
Oh, no.
So I have such a great support system today, and that's important too.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, we definitely love that. I think dads that are present, I think dads that come up, I think dads that just make it when it's important. It's very important, especially for us helping, right? I sometimes cannot do anything. Like, I want a shelf over here.
You see,
I want
that's
this.
what I'm saying. In being an entrepreneur, you're doing everything yourself.
Yes.
I know how to put up a shelf. My dad taught me.
Yeah,
you
my
know,
dad taught me too.
You see?
It still doesn't matter that I call my dad and I'm like, papi, aquí.
No,
right
él lo puede
here.
hacer, pero it's good to, in those moments where you need to know how to do those things, because we do it all.
Yes, that's true.
We are carrying every title,
true.
Okay?
My boyfriend has a hole in his wall, and I was like, we can cut a square.
Yeah, you can figure
it
out.
Spackle that. Let's go to Home Depot. He's like,
yes.
No, and I'm like, no, I can do.
You know
this.
what? YouTube it. No, we gotta figure it out.
I was like, I can patch that up real quick.
Yes.
So, clients into the door and everything, social media, and you do Google and referrals. So in real estate, we work a lot with referrals. How important would you think what would you say referrals is?
I would say it's gotten my business to be, I'm 2 years in, you know, and I stand firm that word of mouth is still one of the best types of advertisement.
Say it again. Say it to the camera, because word of mouth in any business is super important.
Yes, word of mouth in any business is key. That's my opinion. I truly feel that, and not only that, I feel doing it word of mouth, I've built my dream clientele. I truly feel that, because if I like you, I like your cousin, I like your mom. You know what I mean? Yes. And I feel like every single client that I have, I love them all. And I built real relationships. Like, I'm seeing them through every phase in their life. We've just built that relationship where, you know, I even had clients text me and tell me, like, I can't wait for my next therapy session. Because it really turns into that, you know, because we built that closeness, that connection where, you know, we can talk.
But there's a lot of reels out there that talk about that, like nails, anything that has to do with like beauty and women just sitting there for at least an hour. It's something you need.
It's therapeutic.
You need to be a great people person to actually connect or follow up or say, hey, how was that thing that we talked about 2 weeks ago? Right. So kudos to you. And again, referrals just talk so highly about the kind of person you are and the kind of like entrepreneur, like leader you are in your community. So what do you say when you see yourself, you said already 2 years, and you've seen an incline and you've seen a good, what would you say 2 more years look like for you?
2 more years.
Aside from the money and, you know.
Oh, definitely. I feel like, you know, when I first started my business, I always said, like, I'm gonna take this chance on myself, but I want to be realistic about it. And if I know my strong suit was never like marketing, so that was a big thing. But to see me do it my way and to see it grow at the capacity that it's growing, it just gives me that much more motivation. So in 2 years, I do see myself teaching.
Okay, that's awesome.
And at that point, the way it's going, I will be able to hire someone and teach them, you know, and grow that way. For sure.
I love that.
Yes.
Growth does not always seem or look the same as others. Let me tell you that first. But being able to hire somebody and being able to actually grow that way is phenomenal. Yeah. Do you see yourself expanding into?
I do. So that's actually my 5-year plan.
Okay. Yeah. We have plans here.
No, I do. I have this all mapped out. So I've always been big on, I don't want to skip steps. So I feel that when I'm at full capacity with my clientele and I can hire someone and give them the opportunity and teach them something, you know, and then start building that way. And then I want to expand and I want to have my own team and build. So my dream is to have a full service salon. It's crazy because when I was in high school, one of the last, because during academics, it was different from when you were in trade, because I went to a technical high school.
Yep, I
assumed.
So
one of the graduation requirements is you had to do a mock-up business plan.
Okay. And
I still have pictures. I did a full service salon. I think it was like something Shears. I can't remember the name, but it's exactly how I would want it. So it's like I was kind of already manifesting this like years ago. Well, and it's still something that I really want today.
I love that, because once you manifest something and you put it into effort and you put it into work, it actually turns into something. And look at you today.
It's going to happen. So stay tuned.
No, I know. We're going to have like a part 2 in 2 years, and we're going to do like where we were and where we're at now. And I'm going to have my eyelashes done, people.
Yes.
So get it together. So I wanted to talk a little bit about then that 5-year plan and everything. What accomplishment out of that plan that you already had, right, do you feel the most proud of today? And you tell me, is it opening your own business? Is it the store? Is it the clientele? Is it where you are?
It's the amount of referrals, for sure.
Are you surprised by that?
I kept being told that the way that I was marketing, the word of mouth, and depending so much on that, that it wasn't going to work. Okay. And I'm here to say that it does.
Okay, so you look at the camera, and the person that told you that, you tell it, they were wrong.
Yeah, because I'm very, like I said, even growing up, I've always been super shy, you know, like all of the very secluded, very wanting to be in the background. Yeah. And for some reason now, or it's not for some reason, but when you're wanting to scale your business and stuff, you do have to start putting yourself out there, and that's just where I am in my life, in my business.
Let me tell you, I see you, right? And just the way you're talking about your business, and know that there has to be a plan, a financial plan, savings, talking about your inventory, and being able to talk about little details that I hear, right? From somebody that handles a business and handles the operation, you're doing great. Because the first thing I would ask somebody is like, what's your inventory like? What are you preparing for? Where's your backup? Where's your service? Your financial steps. So all that does take time. You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do a business without a business plan.
You have to have a plan, for sure.
You have to have a plan, because then your rent or your mortgage or anything isn't paid. Do you see a difference in your life as you look at your mental life and your relaxation, that when you worked previously as to being a businesswoman?
I will say, having my own business, I never wake up feeling anxious about going to work. Yeah, it feels, it's like a freeing feeling, right? Because you've created it yourself. It's the environment it's peaceful. It's like, I love what I do. I truly do. So
does it bother you?
It never feels like a job.
Does it bother you working more than 40 hours?
No, it doesn't feel that way.
Because it's your own business.
Yes, I'm there sometimes 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm just like, I love this. You know, it doesn't feel. It feels more rewarding because it's yours. No, you're building it. I
completely get it.
Yeah.
People that are tied 9 to 5, open up a business. People
open up a business.
Start
Yes.
moving. Start doing something. There's so many possibilities. I would have never thought eyelashes and the tinting and the tattooing would be something. And you've made it into an actual.
No, permanent makeup truly changed my life. And when you talk about all the things that, me knowing inventory and things that I owe it all to the mentors that were willing to pour into me and build me up, because really I took the chances and I put the work in, because let me tell you, it's not, especially with permanent makeup, repetition creates consistency. So there's so many hours that you have to put in. Even now, I still dedicate, and this is something that I'll tell anybody, like if you really want to try to perfect a craft, you really have to put in the repetition, because that is how you're going to feel confident in what you do. You can't just pick something up and think it's going to be.
Well, it's the same. I always say knowledge is power.
Yes.
And knowledge in what you're doing or confidence, knowledge builds confidence. You can't just walk into somewhere and say, oh, I do eyebrows or I do eyelashes. But when I walked in, that was the first thing I saw. And I think they look beautiful, right?
Thank you. You too.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's just the way you portray yourself is so important in a business environment. You walked in and I immediately saw you. I saw you when you walked by my office and everything. But you carry yourself with kind of like this power that you need to portray to other people as well, right? You're a businesswoman. This is what you do, and this is what you want to keep doing in life. So again, more power to you.
Thank you.
Let me see. One lesson you would give to another Latina woman or anybody opening up their business today?
That's a great question. I have to think about that one. A lesson.
You tell me. What is a lesson you've learned in between financials or believing in others or waiting on others?
I think believing in yourself. That's a big one. Definitely believe in yourself. Trust in your intuition, like what you want.
I love that.
Like everything. I've attracted the clients that I have by being completely myself, by even down to the colors that you choose for your office, everything, every little detail that feels true to you, stick to that, because it will all work out in your favor, for sure.
I
believe in yourself.
When you talk about that individuality, right? When going into a business and it stands out because it's different, different is not bad. It's the other way around. It can attract more people.
Yeah.
Not everybody's built like 9 to 5. Not everybody's built the same way. So people want different things, right? They want to lay down and talk, and that's what I want to do, because I've been talking. My assistant has hers, and I was like, where do you have yours? Because I feel like I have no eyelashes. I've been wanting to get this for the longest, and it never happens. I love this question next. If you can go back and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would say there's two things that I would tell myself. Learn permanent makeup sooner and take a public speaking class.
No, it's okay. Because I did that in high school and it did not, trust me, it did not get,
work?
Okay,
I was like, please, now my turn. What are your goals for the future, both personally and professionally?
I think it seeps into both. I do want to put myself out there more, which is what I'm doing here today.
So congrats.
Thank you.
Step one, check.
Step one, check. And like I said, I want to get into teaching, which is a big part of that is having to, gain trust with people. I've been doing this for many, many years, and I know I'm confident in what I do, and I know that I have so much to offer and to teach. So that's definitely one of my goals.
So you look at, because you said it perfectly to me. I was like, give me the course. So look at the cameras and you say that to people, like, in the future, hey, I want to teach you.
Yes, I do. So I do want to get into teaching, especially with brows and lashes. I've had many, many years in the industry, and I know that I have a lot to offer. So that's definitely something that I'll be doing in the future.
Huh, awesome. You see, I do marketing here, you see? So take all those clips. What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
The legacy. So I hope to leave behind a business that, for my kids, that they can see the human connection is really so important. Like everything that I do, it links back to that. Like just being a good person and helping people. That's pretty much it. Like you just want to. I feel like I could build everything up the way I want it and have all of these attributes and everything, but what you leave behind, how you make people feel, all of that is going to matter more than all
That is true. Because when I leave the hair salon, I feel like $1,000,000.
You see? That's
true.
exactly it.
So before we wrap up and before we finish, I wanted to do, and we talked about this, the rapid fire.
Oh, wait.
Okay?
Okay.
Let me get my throat ready for this. Okay. One word. I'll let you have two, okay, if you can't find the one word.
Okay.
But one word, and we'll do three, okay? 3 questions, one word. The most complicated thing in life is... Let's start again. You're gonna clear your mind.
Yes. No,
the first word that comes to mind.
All right, relationships.
Okay.
That came to mind.
That is the most complicated thing, but it comes complicated in everything.
In everything,
Because
it doesn't
you're
have to be in a
businesswoman, so you
negative
have
way.
clients,
Yes.
relationships, everything with people, just in general, and that's true because that is complicated. My clients are
Diverse.
You see,
Yeah, that came to me.
that good. Okay, in 5 years, I will be.
Rich.
Girl, rich, a teacher.
Oh, an educator.
a
Educator.
role
That's the
model.
one. No, educator for sure.
Okay.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
What message would you like to share with women listening today? If there's anything out of your experience, your hardship, your goals, anything that you want to say to that camera today.
I would like to say that even if you are scared to put yourself out there, take the first step, whatever the case may be, my advice to you is just do it anyway. Just show up. The first step is just showing up. So
I
that's
like that.
definitely what
I
I
love
would say.
that. So I want to say thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to give you my feedback today.
Okay.
You started when I walked in, I barely hear you. Okay?
Mm.
You were so nervous. And today, at the end, you were talking louder. You felt more comfortable. You felt great. Your voice, you went up. I don't know if anybody saw that. Yeah. You look so much better, okay?
You helped me so much.
Oh,
So I
no.
really, as a host, you are incredible. So thank you so much for that.
I just like to make everybody comfortable.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Anybody that wants to follow you, where can they find you, please?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at patronsbeautybar.ct. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today, watching another episode, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.